the Badlands, a special kind of Canadian desert known for its steep-sloped mesas and bone-dry conditions. This punishing landscape will host a new kind of untamed animal. This is Redbull Outliers.
Okay, hold on. Now I know it seems a little ridiculous that anyone would try to go up or down any of those obstacles, and it's apparent that mayhem ensues when you do. Watching it on the screen is one thing, but being there in person is an entirely different thing, and I know that because at this time last year, I was there. Yep, that was me. Only I didn't have a bike, but instead I had a camera. I was there to capture all the glory, the cool footage, and all the gory, messy details that my good friend and pro rider Spencer Wilton was going to have to get through. But while I was there, I also couldn't get over how amazing the race was, and I just couldn't shake the itch that I wanted to try it myself.
This is insane. This is one of the coolest races I've ever been to. Pretty awesome.
So here's a little teaser video that I put together for Red Bull.
So it's about 6:30 in the morning. Bugs are biting me. It's about 6:30. Try not to let this thing shake too much. I'm out for a run, beauty day. But this is how I'm gonna get it started. Just going out for a jog. I'll do about 7 or 8K, and then we're gonna get into some training this afternoon. Beauty day though, check this out. Okay, heart rate's slowing down, I'm gonna pick it up. Okay, so just finished that bit of run. I got just over 6K. It's a bit of a smaller loop than I normally do. It's usually 7 and a bit, 8. But got out and did some stuff this morning anyway. So the plan is now I'm gonna go have a recovery shake because I've been fasting since last night. And then I got some stuff to do for iRide. And then we're gonna get out later, do some Enduro cross and get some stuff done. So for the recovery shake, in case you're curious, I'll throw in a scoop of protein, a scoop of the greens, a little bit of fruit, maybe a banana, some almond milk. I'll turn that into a smoothie. Beautiful recovery shake. Gives your body all the nutrients it's looking for after you do a run or workout or whatever. So I'm gonna get that, and then yeah, got some stuff to do for iRide, and then it's gonna be time to get some training done for this crazy Outliers event. Let's hit it.
In my defense, it did seem like a good idea about a year ago. But here's the thing. I may have waited a little long to actually start training for this thing, because we are less than 4 weeks away now, and I've been out riding or training for this thing literally just a couple times. And really not the type of training that this event is going to be. So I don't know how effective that training is even going to be for me. But I wanted to do it, I signed up for it, I committed to it, and so I figured I would take you along for the ride and kind of show you the training along the way. Now luckily, I do stay reasonably fit year round, so the fitness part, I'm not too worried about. I think I can kind of slog and grind my way through that. Even, you know, yeah, it's gonna be 3-4 hours, that type of thing, but I think I'll be okay fitness-wise. I'll just make sure that I've got my hydro fuel with the iRide stuff in my pack, make sure I'm good that way, and I think I'll be okay. The part that worries me, however, is the crazy hill climbs. Not so much on the going down stuff, I mean, that to a certain extent, I guess, but it's the going up some of the stuff. I mean, you saw it in the videos, that looks super challenging, and so I don't know, I'm gonna have to get some good training in and learn a bunch of new skills on the bike, because I'm not kidding when I say I've never ridden in trees, I never did any hill climbs leading up to this thing. I've done moto my whole life, literally never done trees or anything. So this is completely new to me, and you're probably thinking, you're insane. And you wouldn't be wrong in thinking that. There's a lot of days where I wake up and think, I should just pull the pin on this, because I may be out of my league here. I may have signed up for something that I shouldn't have signed up for, I had no business trying. But you know what, I'm not a quitter, never have been. So I'm gonna go and I'm just going to do my best. And by my best, I don't mean placing. My best is to try and get around. And honestly, if I can get around, that's a win for me. Now I have gotten some things for the KTM that are going to help me get around, because as you can imagine, I've been trying to absorb as much of this information as I can and try and learn as quickly as I can, but I don't even know what kind of stuff I'm supposed to put on the bike. I mean, they launch these things into the air and just crash their brains out. So, I mean, you're gonna have to have protective stuff on the bike, right? Yes, you are. So, I've gotten a bunch of protective stuff on the bike. I have more to come, but let's list what I have so far. So I've got a rear disc brake guard to stop the rocks from smashing that. I've got swing arm protectors. I've got an exhaust like protector, because the two-stroke exhausts stick out, right? And you constantly smash into rocks and lay the bike over and all that kind of stuff. So I've got this like armadillo-y type thing that wraps around that. I got one of those. I got hand guards. I got a linkage protector. I've got skid plate. Did I mention the skid plate? Now here's the thing too, with the skid plate, my good friend Spencer Wilton suggested and hooked me up with one of these plastic skid plates, because I have a metal one on there, and according to Spencer, with the metal one, it drags on everything like logs and stuff like that, whereas the plastic slides easier. So shout out to Spencer for that. Head over to his channel, Spencer Wilton 17. Give him a follow for me, I appreciate that. Let's see, what else do I got on the bike? Oh, I got an external fan that kind of cools the bike off when you don't have the wind flowing through it. That's a cool thing. It's got some rad braces. It's got bottom, like of the suspension, the forks. There's some bits that go on the bottom there to protect those. And I do have some other stuff coming. I've got a gummy tire for the rear. And if you don't know what a gummy tire is, it's just a really, really soft tire that bends and shapes around different things, so you're constantly getting crazy traction. And I'm also taking the tubes out of the tires and putting in bibs, which is like a foam noodle that goes in the tire, so I don't get flat tires. This is all new to me. This is all new to my experience here in the enduro world, but I wanted to share that with you. I've also got a couple other things. I've got a giant fanny pack that, like, let's be honest, this is a fanny pack. It goes around your waist. And I've got some stuff in here that was recommended to me by pro off-road riders. So I'm gonna do another video on that and walk you through what I have in here, why we have it in there. And I think that's going to help you, because for me, not knowing what to put in here, you know, I can put, okay, I don't know, I'll put a flashlight in here, maybe a piece of rope. Well, a lot of the more experienced riders have been through a lot of stuff in the middle of nowhere, so they know what they should be packing with them, because they've seen some crazy stuff happen. So you always want to have some stuff with you. So I will run through this in another video and show you what I got. And then of course, just the hydration pack. And it is an iRide one. Now these aren't for sale just yet. We're still developing these camelbacks. We're trying to come out with like a cost-effective sort of entry-level one that people don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on to pick up. So we're still working out some of the bugs with it, but anyway, so I got a hydration pack as well. And I tell you, I just keep learning on all the stuff that I need to get. But that's it. So the bike is ready to go, and I think we're ready to head out now to do some enduro cross. Now, I've never once steered for a tree. I've never once steered for a rock on a dirt bike track, right? So you need to understand that this is completely out of my wheelhouse. This is completely out of my comfort zone. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm flying by the seat of my pants, and I'm taking some advice along the way to try and figure this thing out. But I do enjoy the challenge of it all, which is why I signed up for it. Oh, the other thing I have on my bike too is some straps, lifting straps. So the front fender, the rear fender, straps that as you're going up the hill, if you start sliding down, people can reach up, grab the strap, and help pull the bike up. Forgot to mention those. Yeah, man. I tell you what, you get into some spots on the track where you're a little uncomfortable, or maybe you give yourself a little bit of a scare because you come sideways off a jump or something like that, right? But being out in the bush, being out climbing some hills, I tell you what, I put myself in some really, really uncomfortable spots that I haven't felt on a dirt bike in a long time, because I can go to pretty much any track and I'm good to go. I'll do the jumps, I'll hammer down some laps. It doesn't bother me anymore. But I've never been out in the bush like this, hitting trees, hitting these massive rocks, doing these crazy hill climbs, all new to me. So lots of butterflies in the stomach, and I'm sure you want to see some of that. So let's get to it. Let's get to some training footage, and I really hope you stay and watch this whole vlog series as I prep up for the Redbull Outliers event, and we'll do it. We're gonna do the best that we can, and I want to take you along for the ride. So thanks for tuning in. Hit subscribe for me if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And oh, by the way, also go to fitformoto.com, fitformoto.com, fitformoto.com. I've got that free program in there. You can get it for free. It's like a $1,000 program that I designed. It's 12 weeks, 5 phases, helps get you into shape. Use it if you like, throw it out if you don't, it's free. Do whatever you want with it. Anyway, check that out, and I'm gonna get the bike loaded up, and we're gonna get out and do some training. Here we go.
Flat tire! Oh. I felt it as soon as I came into that corner. Look at this, we're going full enduro here with the fix in the tire.
We're going full soft, a little too soft.
Yeah, that was a little too soft, probably, hey?
Yeah. Lay off the cookie dough.
It's all right, we'll get this thing fixed up. I like the ingenuity. One of them words. I like the stand though. That's pretty sweet.
Very custom.
Let's get this new tube in here.
I've always heard that bibs are a pain in the butt to put in. Is that true? Or is there just like you just need a technique?
You just need your technique. It's like changing this tire, right? If you don't know how to do it, it's a pain, right? But as soon as you know the steps, it's really easy.
Right. Okay, so bibs are no different then.
No.
Gotcha. This is my most hated part. This is lining up the stem.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh, that's like a record for me. Jot that time down.
Yeah, well, we are recording still.
Dude, that was like 10 seconds. I usually am sweating buckets and like cursing, stupid stem, get in there.
10 seconds on it. That's all it takes.
Well, that is a record for me.
I stand by what I said.
Got another tube in. I'm gonna give this another shot, I think, hey?
Yeah.
Are we doing Enduro cross now?
I would like to.
Probably should. As much fun as moto is, we're gonna have to do some Enduro cross.
It's just as fun. It's just slower pace.
This is not within my comfort zone.
It will be.
Oh boy.
It will be.
All right, let's give it a go.
There's
I'm
no
gonna
trees.
I'm gonna put the GoPro on though so that they can watch all the crashes.
Okay, and I'll have my GoPro on to watch.
Oh good, yeah, just to confirm it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just confirm.
Excellent.
And we'll edit out my crashes. 'Cause
Yes.
I never crash.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, we're gonna keep those in.
Reasonably sized tree, but it's the bigger trees and stuff that I don't. So on Big Kahuna,
Yeah.
there was the
Yep.
big tree, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to hit that thing, so I literally took the long way every lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just that's another thing too. I'm gonna tell Spencer to slow down and stop kicking up so much dust.
Yeah. Okay, let's go find some logs here.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, Spenny!
So pretty much like when you get the bigger ones with this, you're just doing like a double flip.
Right.
technically.
Okay, I've seen videos of that where you like tap your front tire on it,
Yeah.
and then you could like, so you tap your front tire and then accelerate, or what?
Yeah, so you pretty much hit like almost 3/4 of the way up, so you actually still compress that front.
So
And
now,
then you literally pop your clutch again.
right?
Gives you that launch to go up and over.
Okay, so are you compressing your suspension, then popping it up, then pushing it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I guess you know how to like nicely compress your suspension?
Nicely?
Yeah,
Sort of.
kind of. Okay. So, you know, obviously you don't push through the hands, you push through the legs, right? So you use your legs to push.
Right.
Kind of like you're doing a squat. So it's gonna come in literally. It's already ramped up, which is nice. So I can literally just hit this, and I'm just gonna kind of keep that throttle consistent, give it a little bit of a blip, and you'll watch. I just get back on the bike. I don't have to give it a lot of throttle, but as long as I get back on that bike, I'll be getting traction to that tire, which will be important for when I have to get that tire over that log.
All right. Well, let me give it a try.
Perfect.
Not so bad.
No. But so that's the weird thing about like moto versus enduro. You can easily tell a moto guy, or sorry, an enduro guy, because he's always so far back on that bike.
Right.
Because it's easy for us to keep the front end light, but the back always hits, and if we're always neutral, we always get boxed.
Yeah.
Be back on that bike. You want to get traction in two, so make sure that back suspension soaks it up and not our.
Okay,
our
and
body.
that's definitely something that I've learned just even from riding in the woods a little bit. Like when I do hit logs like that, I'll notice that if my weight's neutral, yeah, I'll get bucked.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So it's just the suspension reacting to that.
Yep.
And if your legs and your weight are not in the right spot,
Yep.
it's gonna react poorly.
Exactly, just like going off a jump, right?
Okay. So it's like if you hit a kicker on the face of a jump, if you're not in position for it, it's
Yep.
gonna boot you.
Exactly.
Okay. Except for these things will always boot you.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna try. Anyway.
They will always give you a solid kick in the ass.
Okay.
All right. I didn't expect that hole to be there.
We just got done some training. As you can tell, it was like Enduro cross training, which is fun and different for me, but it's good. But so I gotta pack up now, so that was good. So here's the next thing is I've got a race in Brooks, Alberta that I'm going to do. It's like a hybrid moto race thing. So I think I'm gonna race the KTM in that, and we'll see how that goes. But that's the next thing in the prep for the Redbull Outliers. Will be doing a race on the KTM.
Crush it.
You did it yourself! You got it! It's all working to the last, but you got it! Stay on it. Stay on
You don't want to hit that root. It's dusty. It's dusty out there. I got one. Oh yeah, there's some. I can't tell your mustache from your face right now.
Give her a twist.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give her a little twist.
It blends right in.